thus I was saying that slit opening, when it's taken up, especially when it's touched, it forces the gap open and breaks it. And eventually, that breaking extends to the actual cloth, and that cannot be repaired, except with a patch, but may not even be repairable. Now, there is a brand called JP Morgan. I'm not going to spell it out. If one can't spell JP Morgan, then one has to go back to school unshakably. So, that blend, you type on eBay JP Morgan shirts, and they have listings of many second-hand shirts. These are modern. They imitate sort of 1940s and eventually up to 60s shirts. Some are more classical, have a bit more modern, have a solid, typical folded collar. Some are like that with French cuffs, some are like that with button-on barrel cuffs like this. And a lot of them are meant to take a removable collar. So the band collar of it is more typical, it's really just a band collar like it used to be upon that 1940s shirt, rather than this somewhat high one. And so now some of those with band collars, they are all fully opening, you see, so not pull over. None of them have bibs, some have a pocket, some do not. A lot of them, I suppose, most have with barrel cuffs, so more period accurate. But some have French cuffs meant to take, separate cuffs down. Now, I've asked one seller as regards the color measurement for the same shirt size, which was a medium, and another seller for another shirt size medium, both removable colors, and I got two different answers. One was a 16.5, and the other said, one said a 16, buttonhole to buttonhole, and the other said 15.5. So perhaps the one who said the 16 actually meant the 16 was the entire collar like upon that shirt, but really buttonhole to buttonhole was 15.5, which would be exactly what I require. I do not know, I have not tried any yet, but it will be worth trying for other people. Now, they're obviously less period accurate than these, especially than the Frontier Classics like that one, but if it is a 15.5 or max a 16, it shall indubiously be better for the problems I have just talked about regarding removable color mold. Now, they come in many different colors, usually lighter, more fold shades than that, so a little bit of a lighter weight fabric, a lot of stripes, or light patterns, more reminiscent of that type of color and or fabric, or what the cloth initially was. Now there's very much than that. So now that was about the shirts. So obviously less period accurate than this, but one should be wearing a silk really. The only time I do not wear even the waistcoat when I simply get out of my shirt is the hottest period of summer in Dubai, which by the by is the hottest country on earth. You will believe me, check on the internet. Dubai, precisely where I live right now, is the hottest country on earth. So when it's wearing a sort, only the cuff, and if even there's a barrel cuff, so they come with two buttons, which is very practical because one shall see that the cuff shall wear out rather quickly with starching and all. But since they come with two buttons, like so, what I do is I first wear it like that. When that gets too dirty after a week, for example, when I wear it for mom, I button it here. And after that, especially if it is a lighter cloth like this, like with the JP Morgan for their barrel cuffs ones function the same, except it has small plastic pearl imitation buttons, more typical than these tin ones, although this is like it. But anyhow, so after 2 weeks, you would re-unbutton that, button this like this, so it holds up the cuff. Then wear a pair of armbands, even if the JP Morgan shirt sleeve is the right length. And then button the removable cuff to that button here. See, for that button does not have to go through any ply. And thus, that would be 2 more weeks. For example, 1 more week, I kept the cuffs of that shirt. 1 more week like so, and the other week you would turn it like that. Because the part touching that cuff will be protected from this cuff here. I will explain more that. So as to extend the longevity that does not look dirty below the thought. And surely when I'm seeing a little bit of that, JP Morgan shirt will look as good as that, or even as an original, especially when with a long neckcloth, in which case it's really the only part that even an expert like I could tell is inaccurate when sworn below thought would be the buttons, which are sort of like so, like plastic, like modern plastic, even more modern than that, because that is from the 1940s. But with a long neckcloth, which shall indubitably hide it. And if one cannot tolerate the, come on. But I have not tried them yet, I have not purchased them, I have never touched any JP Morgan shirt, that I can't really say more than that. I reckon the color suits, at least the band color, and perhaps even the cuts, but it does not really matter as displayed with that shirt. So, now I get back to the undershirt. If you live in a hot country and always in summer, whatever, you will not find original or anything close, even 1920s lightweight undershirts. I talked about the Sovietic one, which I showed in a player Soviet undershirt. But if you want something other than white, and always the Soviet ones are too bulky below one shirt, surely with the starching technique, that was restarched, it lasted, so that is April, May, 4 restarches max, knowing that this was relatively thick initially. Not quite as much as the red one, but you see my point. So obviously I did an exceedingly high level of starching, but if you do not get as high as that, it shall last 6 restarches. Hence the reason for which you should really for a month. For if you even wait 2 weeks, it shall only be 3 months. What if only a week? You might think a week is already dirty enough, but then only 6 weeks is nothing. So, even with a month, you really have to wash, to launder it and redo the process after a month, because even the start and it looks all crumpled and all, even the front looks dirty. So, after 6 weeks, when it gets damaged, except if it is an original, I will come down to why you cannot get an original. Yes, I come down to it now. No, wait, since I finished that. With an original, sorry, with not of the original, you do not mind, just if the sleeves are broken, cut them off. If they're not completely broken, for example, only if the cuffs have worn out completely, or if there's a big gap and you think, what is the point of patching that gap? Because with the restarching and all, it shall die very quickly. Yes, but perhaps not when it's not restarched as an undershirt. So you may think, yes, that as an undershirt it is even worse. All the grease and perspiration shall be even more because it touches the body directly, like with that one now. Yes, but it does not really matter. It does not go away after each washing because nobody sees it. It is only for hygienic purposes. There are no more requirements for starching at all and or ironing. Thereof, with patches it shall last longer, so it may be worth patching it. And if the sleeves survive, which they should, and the cuffs are great, or whether they are great or not, if they are horrible, or if they are great, cut them off. Because they are horrible, they cannot be used anymore. So I completely broken down. If they are sort of horrible, but cannot be used as removable cuffs anymore, but can be repaired and still work, still be buttoned, perhaps keep them, to not have, just a large sleeve going up and down below one shirt and cannot be taken down, it's so complicated. You will not take off the wool shirt every time to do that. I mean the wool shirt, start shirt sitting on top of the new and the shirt that you use to wear shirt. If it is too long or much longer than the shirt when on top, perhaps it would be worth doing like it did in the past, hemming it like so, doing that and sewing it here. Now, I forgot. Yes, so that would be the way to do it. If you absolutely want a knitted summer undershirt, you will not find one. And the second-hand summer undershirt are nevertheless warm than the grey ones I showed upon the Soviet undershirt playlist. And this is indubitably still warm. So what I would do is, you may tell me, yes, but now you're just starting out. You do not have used up shirts to recycle as undershirts. So where do you begin? Well, you must, if you do it like me, you must have 3 outfits. You must indubitably have an evening one, and a more formal day wear, and ideally a morning one. But if you almost never mourn, you have no pets to mourn.